Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to the channel. So this morning I was scrolling the internet, basically YouTube, and I was looking at some videos, obviously in the cannabis niche, and I'm noticing that a lot of people are doing videos on taking high milligram doses of edibles. I don't knock the hustle, man. I mean, you know, like, I get it. Like, everybody's trying to get clicks. Everybody's trying to compete and all that. But, damn, like, I came across the video taking 1,250 milligram edible Nerds rope. To probably keep it 100% real, I think that might be too much. I mean, to each his own. I mean, maybe you got like a ridiculously high tolerance and that's how much you gotta take, but I would never recommend somebody to take that much of an edible. I mean, that's just my opinion. I mean, if I take 500 milligrams, like, I'm gonna have a meltdown. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just me. And like, my tolerance isn't extremely low or nothing like that. I mean, I smoke every day. I take edibles every day. I take dabs once in a while. I got a decently moderate tolerance. I'm not going to say it's high. I'm not going to say it's low. It's probably right there in the middle. But the point that I'm trying to make is that I know for a fact that if I took anywhere close to 1,250 milligrams of cannabis, THC, 9, Delta 9, whatever form it's in, it's going to be too much. And I don't know, man. I just think it's funny because I see all these videos online. I'm not going to say any names, and, you know, I don't knock the hustle. Like, I think that, like, all these YouTubers that are doing really good, WeedTubers, and they're really built their channels up, but, damn, man, like, 1,250 milligrams? I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. I don't care how many clicks I would get, man. I just wouldn't do it because I don't know if they allow cameras in the emergency room, because that's probably where I would, because that's where I would end up, man. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. Like, I just wanted to make a video because I'm like on the opposite side of that. You know what I mean? Like, these guys are promoting these videos where they're taking high dose milligrams of edibles, and you know what, dude? It's entertaining, man. It's entertaining to see how somebody's gonna react to a dose that high. And if we're not staging it somehow, I mean, let's keep it real. I mean, we can all figure out ways to stage it. Like, you can get a rapper that says that's how much it is, and then put a regular nerd. I mean, who knows? I'm not saying that that's what people are doing, but if I really did take that much milligrams of edibles, cannabis infused edibles, I would either pass out. I mean, this is what would probably happen if I took a dose that high. I would either pass out, or I would probably have an anxiety attack or a panic attack, and it would make me, sick and put me into like a green out where I would start throwing up and stuff like that. I've never had a green out. So I really don't know what that would take, but I also don't overdo it with cannabis either. I know my limitations, and I know not to go over those limitations. But I don't know, man. 1,250 milligrams of THC in an edible all at once is a lot. It's a lot. I don't know, man. And these videos are so popular on the internet, man, on YouTube. You guys probably watch these. I was watching them. I was entertained. But then I was thinking to myself, wow, like, what would happen if I actually took a 1,250 milligram edible or a 3,000 milligram edible? I just think that it's not healthy. That's too much cannabis to take in one shot. You're wasting it because you could probably get high, even if you have a high tolerance. And let's say you need 500 milligrams to get you high, to get you stoned for an edible. You can get high three times off of that, man. But you know what I'm saying? But for the sake of having a good topic on a video, I get it. I just think that that's a lot, man. That's too much, and like, I just wouldn't recommend that high of a dose. And I'm more of like a realistic cannabis enthusiast. I like to talk about weed, but I like to properly talk about weed and like properly educate people on cannabis. And I mean, like, what these YouTubers, weedtubers are doing, that's one way to educate people, because if they watch like how somebody's going to react to a high dose of cannabis like that, that's an educational way to find out what it would do to you. But you also got to factor in that everybody reacts differently to everything, and you don't really know what people are really doing, so you can't really base it. Oh, well, you know, this guy, he ate 3,000 milligram THC edible on YouTube, millions of people watched it, and he was fine, man. He had the best day of his life, so now I'm gonna go ahead and do it. And then you do it, and you're gonna end up you know, like, you know, in the emergency room thinking that, you know, you're seeing, like, dead people and stuff like that. That's what I'm saying, man. Like, I don't recommend it. It's just, it's a lot, man. I mean, I've been doing cannabis for years. I'm going to tell you guys a story real quick before I end this video. Before edibles were, like, big and before cannabis was legal, I used to sell edibles, and me and my boy, we used to make them ourselves. And we bought a decarboxylator off of Amazon and everything, man, and we were making these cake pops, and me and him, we were working at a gas station at the time, and that's where we would you know, like, try out the edibles that we made and see if they were good or not. And dude, we were taking these cake pops, man, and they were so potent, dude. Like, we were like so, and we were so high, man. Like, they were just like ridiculously potent. And the people that we were selling them to were calling us and telling us that like, they couldn't take care of their kids because the edibles were so strong that they were passing out or falling asleep and they weren't able to function. And then other people were complaining, saying that they couldn't drive because the cake pops were so strong. So we actually had to modify the recipe to make them less potent. And we figured out that the dose that was in the cake pops originally, the really potent ones, was 180 milligrams, give or take. I mean, so if you're taking 3,000 milligrams or 1,250 milligrams, I just don't see how that could really... I don't see how anything positive can come out of that. Unless your tolerance is so high that's literally what you have to take to feel it. And for your tolerance to be that high, you would really have to go nuts with weed and smoke a lot, do a lot of edibles, and really just not give yourself a break. So, I don't know, man. I just think that a lot of these videos on YouTube that we're seeing about, like, these high milligram edibles that people are taking them, I don't recommend that. I think that it's cool. It's a great way to get popular on YouTube, but realistically, that shit is dangerous, man. I mean, seriously, bro. Like, that shit is dangerous. Maybe one day I'll muster up the, you know, I'll muster up the courage to come on this channel and say that I'm going to take a 3,000 milligram edible and and we'll find out what happens to me, and I'll have to document the whole thing, even if I end up in the emergency room or not. But if I ever do something like that, you will know that it's real. I wouldn't fake anything on this channel. That's just not my style. But I don't know, man. If you're gonna experiment with edibles, don't start off taking 1,250 milligrams or 3,000 milligrams. Dude, all you really need is like 50, and that might be too much, man. That's just my opinion. What do I know? I'm just a lifelong cannabis user and cannabis seller. I've been growing cannabis, all that. My whole life's been surrounded around cannabis. I like it so much, I started a YouTube channel about it. So, what do I know? But anyway, that's what I got, guys. Hope you like this video. Don't forget, hit that thumbs up button and that subscribe button. I would really appreciate it if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet. Also, drop a comment. Let me know the highest milligram edible you've ever took and if the effects were good or not. I would appreciate if I could hear everybody's opinions. Just keep it courteous. You don't have to... go, you know, all commando on me if you don't agree with me. That's all I'm saying. Have a great day, guys, and peace out.